Hi, welcome back. It is my August wrap up. Finally, it's already September 8th. So, at this point, I'm always behind on these. So, let's get into them. I couldn't tell you how this month started. I couldn't tell you one fucking thing about a book right now. I read so many this month that I don't even remember. That'd be a little learning thing for us. Let's see. Okay. I'm out of breath. I'm out of shape. We need to get on that because that is ridiculous how bad it is right now. Let's just get right into it. Let's, whatever. Okay, so the first book I read in the month of August is The Perfect Son by Freida McFadden. I did not expect this book to be this way. And the ending was just like, wow, way to keep it. Hold on, wait. I think I'm getting this one confused with Keep It in the Family that I read. What was The Perfect Son? Oh, okay. I remember now. So The Perfect Son followed a family, so a husband, a wife, a son, and a daughter, and the wife, has a favorite, and it's the son, even though she knows something's not right with him, like he's possibly, what did they call it? Like he's not all the way, he has like serial killer vibes. I forgot the term for it, but he's not a pathological liar, but he probably is. But what is it called? Do you catch my drift of what he is? Okay, a psychopath. Okay, psychopath tendencies. Okay, and it follows that, and a classmate that he's been dating, like just started dating, goes missing. And she thinks the son did it because she already has this inkling about him. And she's worried, and like police are involved, think it's him too. He's the last person that's seen her, all this jazz. And I'm not going to tell you the twist at the end, but I kind of saw it coming. I called it ahead of time like no other. So I think because I wasn't interested in any of the characters, it didn't draw me in. I could care less about this freaking family. I gave it 3 stars, especially since it was predictable for me, and normally I love her twists, but that one, I predicted it, so it didn't hit like it was supposed to for me, so 3 stars. The next book I read was Onyx Storm, from Rebecca Yarros. So how do I feel about this one? I gave it 4 stars. It was iffy. This whole series is not my favorite. A lot of people hype it up, and I'm sure it would have been good if I didn't read other fantasy series. I do like the aspect of the college type dragon rider thing. I still loved the concept and everything, still love the characters. It just doesn't hit like other fantasy books. And then everybody at the end of the book were like, oh, it's a cliffhanger, oh my god, no way. Me, I'm just like, that was it. That was the cliffhanger. That was what you were guys freaking out about. It didn't make sense to me. I had better cliffhangers. That was, like if you read it and you're not a big fan of it, you're a fan but not crazy about the series, you know what I mean? You'll get my drift, okay? I still liked it. I gave it 4 stars. My husband did like this one more than all the other 2 books. This one was his favorite book. I think he gave it 4 stars still, but I really need to tell you about Onyx Storm. Because it's the 3rd book of the series we talked about. Dragon Riders College. I think I already said that. Venom coming. Just pretty much the same thing as the other ones. I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, 4 stars. The next book I read was Out on a Limb. And this one, I don't know anything about these books unless it's a series, obviously, and I already read the first book. I know the gist. But this book I didn't know anything about. I knew it would be romantic vibes. When they meet, I didn't realize both of them were going to be disabled in some way. Like her arm, it was either her left or right, was not all the way formed. It was there, but just not usable in a way. And he lost his leg, and it turns out it was because it was cancer. So he has a prosthetic leg, and her arm does work, and they kind of weirdly like made a joke about it when they first met, and blah blah blah, and then they end up falling in love later on. Only like she moves in with them because she ends up pregnant from the one night stand they had on Halloween. It's cute. I don't know. I enjoyed it. I freaking loved this book. I loved the banter. I loved them together. The whole living situation, wanting to be a family when they found out. It's just, I don't know. So good. 5 stars. I love that book. I loved it. Then I read the second book of the series, which is Out of the Woods. It's by Hannah Broham Young. I could be butchering that. I'm so sorry. And it's the second book of the series, Out of the Woods. I don't know if I said that. I gave it 5 stars. Freaking love this book. So this is about her best friend and her husband, and it was like all 3 of them kind of like grew up together, and the best friend and the husband, can't remember their names, but they were like high school sweethearts, got married young, and are still together. And then like she doesn't feel like she has a place in the world, so they're on like rocky terms right now, and that's the only thing that's really wrong with the relationship. She doesn't feel like a person, pretty much. So they go on this trip in the woods and try to, like, a couples retreat type thing with a bunch of other couples to find the issue, or just to solve the problems that they're having, which is really just that, to be honest. And they both have like some form of trauma or parent thing going on, so it's just like they're figuring it all out. It's hard when you're like dating someone at a young age and now being an adult, and you're completely a separate person than you were as a younger person. You know what I mean? Like, they're trying to figure it out, and that's why she doesn't feel like a person. It's just a lot. And her like mother passed, and they were together during that, and it's just like dealing with the trauma with that. And anyways, so good. Loved it. Made me cry because of the end, like, area where someone gets hurt. I'll be crying at the stuff. So 5 stars. 5. If she's gonna have any more books, I'm reading them. 100% reading them. So good. Then I read Keep It in the Family. Now this one I read with my little sister. We picked a thriller book to read, and she picked it right after I told her to read Never Lie by Frida McFadden. She loved that book, by the way. I knew she would. I loved it. Anyways, we chose Keep It in the Family. I don't think she finished it because I told her it was really hard to get through. If I didn't have like it on audio and just like reading it, I would have DNF'd it. I gave it 3 stars, and that's generous. And it follows this messed up family, man. And it's like a husband and a wife, and the husband has the mom and the dad, okay? And they buy this house that happens to be in the family, and they end up finding children in suitcases dead for years in the attic, and that's how it starts out. And it's just the whole mystery of it. But it was just, I'd rather have it. I don't know. It's just so boring. It was boring. I don't know what else to tell you. It was so boring. And I read the whole book. I was bored. I was bored. So 3 stars. I wouldn't recommend it, to be honest. Next book that I read was Mile High. It's the Wendy series. Wendy series. Did I say Wendy? Wendy series by Liz Tomforde, I believe. Wendy series. My older sister read this series. She said I would love it, so I went off of that. This one is about a hockey player and the flight attendant falling in love. Is the easiest way to put it. Technically, this is like a forbidden trope. I don't remember. Oh, she volunteers at a shelter. She loves dogs. It's just a typical romance. I loved it. I don't know how else to put it. Hockey romance. I don't know how else to put this book for you to read it or get the English. I can't. I don't know. I should have more to say about this, but I read so many books that I'm like trying to remember. Oh, he was like known to be like the bad guy or like the women every night guy, and like he wasn't always like that. Like, yes, he indulged in activities with women and stuff like that, but he was a down-to-heart person in real life, and it was hard for him to manage his professional part of being that guy and then who he truly is. And he was battling those two and trying to figure out, plus trying to actually be in a relationship with her, but like it was hard for her to know who's the real Z. You know what I mean? I loved it. I loved the like I could understand that. I love the, how do I put that? I loved the realistic part of it. If that makes sense. I don't know if it does. Did I say I gave it 4 stars? I gave it 4 stars. The next book that I read is Truly. I couldn't say truly for the life of me for a minute there. It's the second book of Part of Your World by Abby Hugh Mendez. So this one follows the best friend in it with her name is Brianna, and it follows like she's going through a divorce, and then she meets this other doctor who she works with named Jacob, and he has like bad anxiety. He has an was it fiance or just girlfriend? I believe girlfriend. His ex-girlfriend ends up being engaged to his brother, so he needs a date to the wedding to get the family off his back, to make sure he's okay, because they're going to get married anyways, and it's like he would rather have his brother have his family there and not like conflict. Like he's trying to just move past that. So it's like this whole thing about bringing her in to do that, but also he's giving the kidney to his, it's just like a whole thing. It's weird because he finally, like, he wants maybe a relationship with her, and then she just like backs up for a little bit and it was like, oh no, and then chooses to be with him. Like, she has like issues with like being with somebody because of her ex-husband and stuff like that, like jazz. And yeah, it was cute. I liked it. I think I just didn't, how do I put this? Relate to the characters. I wasn't interested in really anything. It was cute at one point. Like, some points it was cute. But I just didn't care about them. I don't know. I don't know if that was a me problem or just don't know. But I gave it 3 stars. The next book that I read is Just for the Summer. It's the 3rd book of Part of Your World series by Abby Jimenez. And this one had me on a crazy whirlwind of things because I haven't read the first book since May, and then I read this one in August, so it was just like so many books in between, so I didn't put together that her mom was the same mom in the first book of the guy. Emma's mom was toxic, and so is the guy in the first book's mom is toxic, and they're actually siblings. It's like this whole thing. I did like this more. They have like this cute little thing where how they met on Reddit, which is funny, and how they have the same curse where every single person they date, they break up, and then the next person they date is like a forever for them. So it was like a curse they both had, which was funny. And they end up, like, she ends up actually, like, liking the guy to the point where she switched from Hawaii to Minnesota to meet him. That was bad, like, crazy for me, but they did it, and then the mom shows up toxic as heck, and, like, constantly out of her life, like, oh my god, that was so... It was good. I liked how it kept me on my toes. And because I've had so many books between the first one and the 3rd one, like, between every book that I read, it made it more shocking to me, about the twist, because really it wasn't a twist if you read the book right. You know what I mean? Like, you would have put it together faster than I did, because I waited so long. But it was good. I give that one 4 stars. That one was my second favorite because the first one absolutely loved, ate that up. Second one could live without it, and then 3rd one, I liked it. It was good. It was good. The next book that I read was The Right Move. It's the 2nd book for the Wendy series, by Liz Tomforde. This one I can't remember. Oh, it's Ryan. Ryan is the basketball player. Is the famous basketball player, and he's the brother of the first... What is her name? First girl, the twin of the girl in the first book. And it's her best friend that ends up having to live with him because her best friend ends up going over a bad relationship because she found her boyfriend in bed with another woman. So that's crazy. Indy is her name. So it follows Ryan and Indy in their little love situation. It's cute. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I don't know what else to say about it. It was cute. It's basketball themed, so we love that. It's 4 stars for me. Love, 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 love. The next book that I read was God of Pain. It's the Legacy of God series by Rena Kent. I wasn't sure if I was going to continue this series, and I'm so glad I did because this one I loved a lot. It's 4 stars for me. Craig and what is her name? Annika? Valvok? Anyways, absolutely loved it. Forbidden trope. I wouldn't really say this is dark romance. It might still be considered that. don't know. What is so the first book and second book? What is up with the whole virginity thing? Is that her thing? Is that what Rena Kent like writes about? I could care less about it. I'm not crazy about the virginity thing. Like, it's cool if it's in a book, but like for the first two books, the girls being like, that's the main. Oh, you're a virgin? Why didn't you tell me? You know, it's like, okay. I did like it though. It's cute. It says, until he awakens the beast inside me. Damn. I don't know. Oh, him kidnapping her at the like, it was just creepy, and she trying to get away, her trying to kill herself multiple times. I don't know. I did like it though. 4 stars. I don't know what that says about me, but I did like it. The next book that I read in the month of August, and the last book that I read, is Caught Up, the Windy City series, the book number 3. Oh my god, I cannot talk. I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna keep going. By Liz Tomforde. It's the 3rd book, okay? We got that. And this one's about Kai, which is the single daddy, and him finding a nanny, and then it was like a nanny trope where he falls in love with the nanny. I love that. I don't know. Maybe a nanny trope is my thing. I do love it. Single dad. Love that. Baseball daddy is how she calls him. So cute. What else can I tell you about this? This is baseball themed. So it's all about him being a baseball player and her. Oh, she's a baker, a professional chef baker type thing. And she's like off for the summer. She took off for like 3 months, I think, to babysit his kid because he needs like a sitter or whatever. I don't know. It's cute. I love how they fall in love with small things and stuff like that. And she's so blunt, and I feel like it just got him out of his shell, and I love that. I just love that. So, yeah. I give that one 4 stars. I don't know if I told you that, but I did. Give that one 4 stars. And that is all. That's all she read in the month of August. Let's find out how many. We're going to count together because I don't even know. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I read 11 books in August. I did not realize. Wait, you're lying. Did I really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Holy shit. I read 11 books in August. You know, I have no regrets. None. Maybe that's why I'm barely reading this. Maybe that's why I'm so tired. Maybe that's why I haven't really been reading my book that I have. It's like the 4th book of the Wendy series. It's about the brother. Anyways, I'm just not in the mood to read, I guess. I don't know. That's crazy that I read 11. I did not think I read 11 books this month. But here we are. I don't know what else. I don't know what else to say. You know? This is what you're gonna, you know, I don't know. It is fall time. Do I pick for my TBR only fall creepy stuff? I am going to finish the Wendy series though. I will finish that. All these books were on my Kindle, by the way. None of them I have in a physical TBR. I will be buying some of these though, for sure. I love them so much. I'm already like 30 minutes into this, and I know I'm gonna cut more of it because I be talking and I be stuttering and my kids be needing stuff. So I think I'm gonna end it here. I feel like this is the best thing to do. thanks for watching. I'm hoping to do like a vlog type thing, but it's really hard. But most of the time I read at night. Because I have kids and I'm busy. You know, we'll find out if I will eventually. Yeah. Do you want a little update before you go? This past weekend I saw Chris Brown. That's it. That's all you need to know. That's it. My little middle school heart is in love all over again. That whole show. I am so glad I went. I'm so glad I spent the money. 100% would see him again. That's all I have to say. Thanks for watching. Bye.